All right, all right, all right. I hope everybody out there can hear me right now. Let me know if you can. Got the comments. I don't know how you're doing this right now, Patrick, or if you're seeing what I'm seeing,
I'm
but
not
we
seeing what
have
you're
the
seeing,
comments section.
but I can pull up on my
Okay,
laptop.
so I see people. I just started because we couldn't had technical difficulties. You could come in, come sit. Cool. Okay, he can come in a second. I got you. Give me 15 minutes with the people. Me and Sean got some discussions so everybody can hear me. And this is dope because it's all right here. I can see everything. So, everybody, I want to introduce you finally. Okay, since we got this, now I'm going to be doing all my lives. This is dope, you guys, off of StreamYard. And this is, I can have guests, so I can invite people to come into the show. This is insane. Okay, so here we go. Let's say what's up to my man, Patrick. Are you with us?
I'm with you, brother. How you doing?
Oh man, no, I'm all right, brother. This is
Hey, we
insane.
finally figured it out. We
We
finally
figured
figured
it
it
out.
out.
We figured it out. Okay, so everybody, this is my man Patrick. He's awesome. I met him like how I've been meeting you guys with everything that's been happening. Me and him, literally, we stay up talking for hours, and we have some real interesting discussions. So we're like, yo, why don't we just like talk about this stuff together in dialogue? Because I hate doing this stuff. I want to do the scheduled stuff, right? But I hate doing it by myself because I feel like it's like I had to study and do all these things and make points. Didn't want to do that, right? So here we are right now. I'm on Facebook. We're streaming live, and I believe we're on YouTube. We're streaming live on YouTube, by the way, Patrick. Just so you know,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
thanks.
do it. I'm gonna integrate it with my Instagram and my Twitter feed next. Oh, you
Hello,
wait, baby.
YouTube.
It's
Hello,
about to go
Facebook.
down.
Hello, YouTube.
I'm trying to tell you. So here we are. Let's have this discussion. This is the first episode of Breaking the Barriers of Black and White. So Patrick always makes my mind go. You know, we stay up talking and we talk about things literally for hours. And before I get to going into what we're going to be talking about today, first I want to say so I want to talk about that Seattle thing and let everybody know. Look, I don't know exactly what took place to make the people as angry as they are over there in Seattle, but I do want to say anybody in Seattle that's listening right now, I want you to know, look, we ain't against you. Nobody's against you, but there's ways to do things. I know that your heart got to be messed up. You got to be real upset right now for you to be able to say we want to take over the city and we don't want you over here. We don't want you over here. We're going to do this. I know that you got to be feeling some type of rage, man, some type of pain, and I don't know exactly what it's from. I got a slim idea, but I want you to know that I'm not against you. I love you. And I hope that you guys can get it together and we can come to some peaceful resolution with how everything is right now in the world because we got too much going on and too many eyes on us in a negative way for us to be divided in our own country. A house divided against itself cannot stand. And we are one house in America. Okay. So I wanted to get that out there and say that. Pat, how do you feel about everything that's going on in Seattle, man? I know we discussed it a lot. How do you feel?
Yeah, I agree with you. I find that it's really easy to learn about a topic and have an immediate reaction to things. And but I think what's most important for us to do right now, you know, we all know there's a right and there's a left. We all know that. We all know that there's people that see these things that think what's happening in Seattle is great, and there's people that think that what's happening is horrible.
Right.
What this is about for me is about letting those people know, like, in order for them to make the decisions that they made to literally take over 6 city blocks, and there are many different reports. It's hard to say what's actually going on inside that city right now or inside that
Yeah.
area. But they obviously felt that this was the only way they could be heard. And whether you agree with what they're doing or not, the fact of the matter is those are Americans, and this is an American
Right.
issue, and we need to be conscious of that before we judge what they're doing or making any observations about what they're doing. We need to come at it from a place of compassion.
Exactly
um
right. You know, I
and
jumped the gun talking to you earlier, man.
yeah,
Earlier when me and you spoke before I went live, me and you were talking about it, and I didn't even know nothing about that, what was going on in Seattle. And then when you were mentioning it to me, I kind of like I got angry. I'm like, what you mean they took over the blocks and all this stuff that's going on right now? And I didn't even think about it. I'm like, man, you matter of fact, you're the one that told me like, hey, bro, you know, how you speak and how you are, you gotta remember we're for unifying everybody. And what you said could have been a little divisive, and you're right, it could have been misinterpreted. And I did come off strong. I get passionate sometimes, you know that. And yeah,
Absolutely. We love that about you.
yeah, but that's the thing. We got to come at it, like you say, from a place of compassion and understand it. Something got them upset. Something's got the people in an uproar. Either that, or they're being, manipulated or told something. I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is. I want to figure it out. It'd be great to have somebody from Seattle be on here with us right now. But I apologize if I did come off offensive or divisive to anybody that's out there in that situation in Seattle, man. My heart goes out to you guys, and I don't want something crazy to happen. That's why I said I hope we could come to a peaceful resolution, because when that hammer comes down, man, it comes down. I'm trying to tell you. If they
It
got to
comes
come
down
in there,
hard too.
yeah, they got to come in there, and it doesn't be peaceful, then we're gonna lose American lives. American people are gonna be killing American people. Our soldiers are for us to be protected from outside influence, and it would be unfortunate if they had to come into a city where Americans reside, and they're just like you said, they're hurting. It's something that's
Well,
got them messed up.
well, brother, you got to understand too. In order for them to come inside our borders and operate, it would take a declaration of martial law from the president in order to do that, and
You
that's
don't
something
want
we
that.
don't want.
Yeah, you
And
do not
the
want that.
governors aren't asking for help from the National Guard. They're not asking for help from the feds. And so there's a lot of different sides to that issue. So for me, I don't care whether you're right or left. I don't care what side of the issue you land on. I just want to extend an olive branch and say, like, look, I understand you have to be hurting, and we get it. Like, you're angry, you're pissed off, and you think this is the only way your voice can be heard. And you know what? Like, that's okay. Like, I stand behind that, like 100%. Whether I personally agree or not, I'm not going
Right.
to criticize these people for hurting. And, keep in mind, most of these kids, I call them kids because they're a lot younger than me, but most of these people that are involved out there, they learned from us,
Yep.
right? We taught
You're
them
right.
how to do this, and we need to do a better job. We need to teach a better lesson. Um, and so that's how I see that issue in Seattle. I don't know what all led to it. It's going to take me some time to look into it more, but whatever the issues are, it's not going to get solved with more hate and aggression. That
You
is
are
for damn
right.
sure.
One thing I do want to say though, now, and I gotta say this, I got to. I feel that they're going through some things out there, and I'm compassionate towards it. But I gotta say that wrong is wrong, and there's wrong on both sides. Now, what's got them so upset probably has to do with politics, maybe has to do with the police, maybe has to do with the leaders out there. But I do not agree with them taking over a police precinct. I do not agree with them. I hear this is what I hear. I don't know how true this is, but I hear that they're strong arming some of the business owners that are there, telling them either you're going to pay us or you're going to leave. And it's like, bro, this is your community. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This is where you live. These are people that have been around you for God knows how long, that you come in their store and buy something from. And now because you have free reign, because there's no police officers around, you want to strong arm these people and you want to take what's theirs and what they worked hard for. I'm against that. Personally, I'm against that. I'm not against people, okay? I'm not against people as a whole. I'm against fucked up people. Excuse my language, but yeah, and that shit, that's just not right, bro. If that's the case, if that's true, I hope to
But
God it's not, and I hope that we, like I said, we could come to a place of resolution there. But I'm not sure. I don't know how it's gonna end up, man. My heart, I'm praying for him.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. I don't necessarily agree with what they're doing or the way they're going about it, but I understand they're frustrated. I understand they're frustrated. I understand that they're angry, and
Yeah,
and if they want to come on and talk with you or me or reach out, like, I will have that discussion with you. Like, please, I am more than willing to talk and get that perspective, because that's how we learn, right? Um,
exactly.
and it's just like that. You know, it's an extreme example, but it's the same as the whole Colin Kaepernick thing. I might not agree with the way he went about his protest, but you know what? He absolutely has the right to protest. Now, as long as this stays peaceful, like, I pray to God, nothing, no violence comes of this. And there's some disturbing news coming out of there right now that I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not. I hope and I pray that it's not.
Yeah,
Because if it's turning violent and you're pushing police out of their area, like, what happens when you need help? And
exactly,
it's
exactly.
it's just a tough situation. There's a lot of raw emotion and feeling on all sides of it, and that's why
So
I don't want to add to that. I just want to tell them, like, look, we love you, we get it. You're Americans. You're with it. Like, whether we like it or not, we're all in this together.
That's true, but I think some of the people, man, out in Seattle, like the first video that I made that started this whole thing was talking about martial law, and you spoke about it just a minute
Yeah.
ago, and we're talking about martial law, and you said that the president would have to declare that in order for him to be able to bring military in, which is the truth. You can't bring the military onto our soil unless it is a state of emergency and there is martial law enacted. Now, if something like that was to happen, that'd be unfortunate for everybody, for everyone. We'd all feel the effects of that. And that would just aggravate things here in America because you have people that are patriotic as hell, man, and they're waiting for that. They're thinking like, if this ever happens, then everybody's going to be up in arms. And there's already such a divide in our country because of the media and because of race and because of police and because of all these different discussions that we're having on all these different topics. What do you think needs to happen other than martial law? How would you remedy this situation of what's going on in Seattle? How would you, get them to stop?
Well, the one thing we're not seeing on either side, right or left, is a unifying voice. Part of the reason your message really gripped me and made me reach out to you and to become a part of this and for the record, like, I don't know how we became such friends so quick. Like, it's like we've known each other our whole life. I love
Like
it.
yin and yang, bro.
Absolutely. It's absolutely amazing. I don't think I know of a single other person or experience in my life that's happened that quick with. But there is no unifying voice, whether you're pro-Trump, anti-Trump, whether you're Republican, Democrat, none of that matters. At the end of the day, none of our leaders are asking for us to come together. They're all, our media only pushes further dividing us, and our leaders are further dividing us. Their words are divisive, and that is why I think what we are doing here is so important to at least just put it out there that, like, it doesn't always have to be us and them. Look,
exactly,
we can disagree about things all we want, but we need to come at each other from a place of respect and love. Like, that's the most important thing. We're all the same on the inside, and we all want the same damn thing. So why not just make it the best for everybody?
Bro, I couldn't agree with you more. I could not agree with you more, man. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I want to do. And, been getting backlash because of that thing right there, because of trying to unify people and say, forget, what you believe and forget what your political party is and forget what your race is and forget what your religion is. I've been getting backlash, right? I've been getting telling me, yo, forget that my black card got took. You know what I'm saying? First off,
right?
Unless you're gonna make me Michael Jackson, I don't think you could take my black card. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm pretty much just this color. I get a little darker in the summer, but
you don't say.
Yeah, you get that. I got that, and then people telling me that what they say? Oh, that I've been put out here for a political agenda. They're saying that I've been used. Like they created me and put me out here for me to talk about these things that are against democratic or Black Lives Matter. Is Black Lives Matter democratic?
Yeah, they're more of a left, on the left side.
I don't know.
They're not the right side. I know that.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's just it, man. Like, why are we always picking sides?
Exactly. That's exactly my whole point. That's what I don't want.
How does that help any of us?
Sorry, guys. Daddy duty still while I'm over here podcasting. The wife's right there.
But yeah, like I mean, for all you guys listening, like, I don't understand why we're always picking sides. I don't get why we sit back and continue to allow ourselves to be divided over things that they decide, right? Like, they decide the narrative, and we're supposed to just follow it. Like,
that's what they've been pushing on us for a long time, and that's what it's been.
Well, the problem is I'm not much of a follower. I've always kind of done my own thing, right? So
yes, sir.
And I think for myself, like, and I look at things and I actually ponder, like, what does this mean? Like, you and I, we spent hours talking about crazy stuff in history that we've learned about, and I've learned a lot from you, and I think you've learned quite a bit from me too.
Definitely have.
And it's really been an enriching experience, right? Like, why can't we just think about things from our own selves and stop listening to what the narrative is? There's obviously a narrative. Whether you listen to Fox or CNN, you're getting a narrative.
Bro, what would be dope is if we can, like, have this discussion, like the StreamYard. I think I can bring, like, in 5 people. We should start literally getting opinions. Like right now, I'm reading through these comments that are coming through, right?
I'm not
And
seeing comments. Hopefully they're good.
no, they are. There's people they're agreeing, disagreeing, but it's all peaceful, and that's what I love within my
That's what I
comments. Most
want.
of the time, yeah, it's just all everybody having a different opinion, but no arguing, and that's the main thing that we're trying to get across. But it would be dope if we could just bring everybody in here and we all just talk about these things from these different parts of our nation, and be like, yo, join the club, and that's really what I want to get. That's what I want to get done. That's what this whole
Exactly.
unity movement is about. That's what
And
this is. It's unifying people so we can have the discussion and be like, yo, when we talk together, we're at a place you can say what you want. You're free to be able to speak how you want, and I'm free to feel however I want from what you speak, but I'm not allowed to harm you or make you feel like a dick because you feel how you feel.
just be respectful to each other first and foremost. Like no name calling, no nothing, like none of that. We had a little bit of that today, and I think this, it's that's probably partly my fault, and I should apologize to everybody for that, because you and I were talking on the phone, and we were having a private conversation, and I brought up the Seattle thing, got you all fired up, and then
Yeah.
I let you jump off the phone and go jump on a live, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have pulled you back, and then we ended up seeing some negative comments and stuff like that, and like Cash and I are like, Cash is obviously very new to this, so am I. This isn't a format I'm used to.
Hell no. This is pretty
But
cool though. I'm loving it.
yeah, it is cool. It is really cool. And I'm so grateful to be a part of it. But like, keep in mind, like, to everybody watching, we're gonna get better at this,
Yes.
and we're trying, and we're trying to figure out like what's the best way for everyone. At least to have a safe place to talk. And there are a lot of people offering a lot of help, and we're so grateful for it.
And that's where all of you all come in. You know what I mean? We need to learn too. We're still trying to figure this thing out too. And that's where all of you come in that's watching right now. Your feedback, the discussions, how do you feel? You know what I mean? And what do you we should start picking people to come on this and do this. And just get because right now we have a platform, right? So why not get the opinions of different Americans around our nation and just talk and make it a place of safety?
Send the link to Kayla, or I forget her name. Was it Kayla?
Yeah, Kayla.
She's on every one of your videos. I see her every time commenting. Send the link to her. Bring her in here.
Let's do it.
People, go ahead and throw a message up if you want to join us and have a conversation.
Just
know that we're gonna have to see your face, so be ready.
Let's do this, man.
I'm not seeing anybody say they want to join us. Just say I'm in. Right, I'm in the comments, and we'll make it happen. Since we got it figured out now.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is dope. Kayla, if you want to join, I just sent you the invite. Anybody else?
It might take her a second, because like I had to go through and answer questions and get onto the area on the phone, so it might take her a few minutes to get here.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
But yeah, like, what was the other thing we were talking about earlier today? Not just coming at each other from a better place, a happier place, like a place of understanding. One of the things I find motivating about talking with you, Cash, is your ability to inspire so many people, right?
That's God, brother.
Especially with this idea of bringing people together. For a long time in my life, I have been saying so many of the same things that you're saying and feeling and wishing that we had a voice of unity. And that is exactly why I'm here.
Jantisha Vigil says that we're in. I'm listening to you, brother. I'm sorry. I'm trying to invite
all these people. Hey, Kayla, I just read your message. I'm doing this on my phone too, and it's coming in clear. So just because you're mobile doesn't mean you can't join. I'm not on my laptop.
That's right.
So, but yeah, that's where we got to come from. If we can, and here's the crazy part, that this is why they try to divide us. This is one of the parts I think is most interesting, right? The media is so divisive, right? It doesn't matter what channel you listen to, and it's always hateful talk. I hardly ever even watch it now. But the reason they do this is because the one thing that the people, the powers that be, if so to speak, the people behind the curtains are afraid of. They're afraid of this movement right here.
Exactly right.
They're afraid of us coming together, because if we come together, this country is ours. The way the laws are written, the way the authority and the power that we have.
Yeah.
But we have to come together as one people.
I agree, 100%.
Or at least
And once we do that, see, but that's the scary part, isn't it? That's the scary part about it, because once all people come together, right? Once everybody comes together, then what happens? Because we're already against the way that things are. So it's still a real scary thing. Like, is it a civil war? Is it a regime change? Is it what happens then? Like, do we even care? What if we just didn't play the game? What if we said, you know what? Keep your politics. We don't want it. We don't want to do this. You guys keep that. We're going to do our thing. But then that goes into the ideology. Is that what's going on in Seattle right now? I didn't even think about that. Is that what's going on over there? Is that where they're,
The reason I think part of the reason they're pushing, we've heard a lot of talk about defunding the police and getting rid of them altogether. And I've heard some talk that, what they're trying to do in Seattle is show that a community can in fact exist without police in it.
Okay, Kayla, there she is. We see Kayla. I'm going to bring Kayla into the stream. Hey, Kayla.
Hello.
How are you?
What's up, Kayla?
I'm good, y'all. I am finishing up dinner. Let me give him this plate really fast, and then I'll be all good to talk, okay?
All American. You go ahead. I'm going to hide you real quick.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. But I think a lot of what they're trying to show that it can work, and that's awesome if that is in fact what they're doing. I'm not entirely sure what their motives were, and like I said, I try not to watch the news because it's so negative that it brings me down. And I live such a happy, peaceful, calm life, and I love it that way. That's by design.
Here we go. Check this out. Chelsea Peters, I live in Seattle. It's a hot mess. Hey, Chelsea, what's going on out there? Like, let me know. I want to know personally, because I haven't spoke to anybody that's in Seattle. I've been trying to find anybody that's in Seattle. So let me know. How is it out there? And if you, matter of fact, if you get the chance, message Patrick so maybe I can find her message and add her, because I would love to get her in here. I want somebody from Seattle to jump in this and figure out what's going on.
That would be good. Need to find a way to bridge that gap, brother.
I'm telling you, bro. That's exactly what we need to do. Seattle just a mess. I wouldn't want that kind of America. I hear that. Who said that?
I think everybody feels that way, but we have to understand that they don't want the kind of America that they're seeing right now either, and we need to respect that. Like, there's a lot that goes on in this country that's ugly.
But we don't gotta respect the way they're going to. If the things that we're saying is that we're hearing is true, then we don't gotta respect the way that they're going about it. Because I believe in protests. I believe in standing up. I believe in, and it's in our Constitution that if a government is running things the wrong way or they're doing things the wrong way, that we have the right to remove them.
Absolutely.
I get that, but I don't think we have the right to hold people's stores hostage and extort them. You know what I'm saying? That's just not cool.
I agree 100%.
I'm in Seattle, but can't put my thoughts into words right now, and I'm a hot mess. And that's from Miss Bonnie Lee Buckner. Okay.
Miss Bonnie Lee Buckner, our thoughts and our prayers are with you.
Definitely.
We love you, and you know what? Stay strong and keep representing the good. That's what we all have to do. Everybody a part of this. You guys, we have to understand that together we can make a difference.
Yes, definitely. We have to come together if we're going to make a difference. Check this out from Mark Yoder. There's a video that is out there of the area they took over in Seattle, and man, it looks like something out of a Purge movie a little. Whoa. Now that is scary.
I saw some pictures, and there's a lot of signs and things boarded up, and they barricaded the streets to keep people from getting in and out, and they've got armed guards out front, and people get frisked going in and out. And I mean, there are some other things that I don't think we should bring up here because I don't know that they're true.
Right. That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to spread propaganda. I want to make sure what we're speaking about is factual. I kind of slipped up there earlier when I was speaking. I didn't know exactly what was going on. I just heard something and went with it. So I don't know. I would love to get some people from Seattle on this freaking.
There is one angle of this that we haven't talked about though.
What's that?
The mayor allowing that precinct to be taken. She actually ordered the police, I guess, to leave and basically turn it over. And I guess I get it, but she's catering to this movement, I guess, in some way, or pandering. Maybe I don't know what the right word there is. And then her and I guess President Trump got in a little bit of a tiss over his response, and she told him to go stay in his bunker or something. And like, everybody that sees this, like this is, I mean, Trump saying get clean up the mess or something, or he will, and that can be taken as a threat, as a negative, a divisive thing, and she turns around and is disrespectful and rude, and with her response, which doesn't help the situation. And this is a perfect example. Leaders on both sides that are not helping the situation, either of them.
Yeah, you're right. Say hi to Kayla. She's back. Hey, Kayla.
Hey, Kayla.
So what do you think about all this craziness? Let's hear what you got to say. Where you at, first off? Where do you live at?
Okay, so I'm from Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay, we got Indiana here, we got Idaho, and we got Arkansas. These are 3 places that
I'll be
spread
back.
out.
I ain't going nowhere.
Okay, I'm gonna move you from the video. Okay.
No.
Okay, so you're all the way in Arkansas. How do you feel about everything that's going on right now, especially out there in Seattle?
Well, honestly, I didn't know anything about it until today, whenever you went live, because that's how much I pay attention to the media. I feel about how like everybody else feels with the media right now, and so honestly, these past couple of weeks, you've been my media. So I didn't know anything about it until today. And then what was the conversation that was in the comments of that live video? So I know about as much of it as what you do. But from what I've caught of it, I mean, I had made a comment under that live video today about, it would be, I think I had directed it towards you, and I was like, you're asking for martial law cash, because
it seems that way, right?
Yeah, what is it that we are honestly expecting the president to do at this point in time? Because there's a system to it all. You have the mayor, you've got the governor. What are they doing?
Look at us,
Nothing.
Guys. We're a real news network now. Look at this.
Oh my God! Look at you.
Live with Cash Kelly.
Hey, Patrick, by the way, to see the Facebook comments, look at the bottom, and where it says chat, you can go to live comments and you can see everybody on Facebook and what they're commenting.
I'm actually looking at it on my laptop because I'm trying not to disturb my dog. Little do you know, my dog is
look at this, guys. Look at this. If you go to Black Lives Matter and hit the donate button, it will take you to a page where on the bottom fine print will show you that your money will go to Act Blue Charities, which is registered trademark form to democratized charitable giving. They support the Democratic Party, and they want a socialized government that will continue to keep the black poor man down. All these cities are Democratic. I have a list of top 200 cities that are the poorest, homeless, hungry, etc. 85% of these cities are okay. Well, that's interesting.
Oh, do I have something to say about that?
Well, there's been a long move in this country trying to push us towards that socialist agenda, and I get frustrated sometimes because I don't even like them saying that we're a democracy, because that's not what we're supposed to be. We're a republic, and a republic and a democracy, are 2 very, very different things.
Yes, sir.
And I think that's where a lot of the problems lies. There's this shift that we all think this is a democracy, and unfortunately, that's not what we were ever intended to be. And that's why our system, our 2-party system, isn't really working.
Ooh, you can't smoke on live. We got kids.
No smoking on live.
That's our rule. Remember, you guys made me quit smoking on live. You can't smoke on live. No. You're in the news network right now, Kayla.
I'm sorry, I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous with regular people.
Anybody out there got anxiety issues? Because I do.
I got them too. I feel
you.
Just
breathe. Just breathe.
I got anxiety issues. They're called children.
I got some of them too.
Right? No, so hey, question. Okay, so let's move forward a little bit, switching topics, switching gears, because we're bridging gaps here, right? We were talking about racism, Pat, and you had told me, because you know where I live at, right? I told you guys my experience. what is your guys' experience as lighter Americans? Not going to say the white word because, you know, we're just Americans. So as lighter Americans, we'll start out with you, Kayla. What's your experience, honestly, you know, be real. In Arkansas, how is it? Do black people get treated differently? Do they get treated unfairly? Do they not have the right opportunities? How do you think it is out there? Speaking from a real point of view. And you can be safe here. Feel safe, all right? No one's going to condemn you out here. We're trying to bridge gaps.
Right. Well, I mean, Little Rock, where I live, it's predominantly minority. It's a bigger city, but I mean, it's predominantly minority. I'd say my experience, I know whenever the election with Trump was going on, I experienced a lot of racism towards me because of my skin color, and because that Trump was who he was, everyone just assumed that because this is what I look like, I was automatically for him. And I'm just not a political person, period.
Right.
I mean, I feel like that the media has a big hand in how people feel about people with my skin color because of what they've been feeding. So I've had situations where I've, like, you know, gone to the grocery store and had someone walk up on me and be like, "What you gonna say?" You know, or I've been to, you know, the gas station just to get, something, pick up something, get gas, and ran into, people looking at me funny, and it's just like, it's not the worst of the worst, but I mean, it makes you feel like, well, what have I done? Because I haven't done anything. I don't know you. I haven't done anything to you, you don't know anything about me. But I appreciated the fact that in your white privilege video, you spoke on the fact that there also is black privilege.
Black privilege, yes, ma'am.
Because I've experienced that. Like I said, I'm predominantly minority, neighborhood, city, whatever you want to call it, and I've been turned down jobs because of just that, the fact that they have to hire a minority.
I hear you. That sucks too.
So, and I have to say that I feel like that a lot of people, and because I live where I live, I'm friends with many different races and ethnicities. I mean, I'm not a judgmental person. I judge by your character and who you are. I don't judge by what you look like. And I have to say that I know a lot of people that have worked and gotten to a place. I know people who have been in the hood and worked hard to get out of the hood. I know people that have gone to college and gotten their nursing degree. It's not an impossible thing. And I feel like that the media feeds into that, that, well, because you're a minority, you can't have these things. And it's like, you're always saying that's not true. If you put your mind to it and you work hard enough, you can get there. You might just have to work a little harder.
Can I ask you one more question?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel? Because a lot of the stereotype, when I was on another show, that they were saying that they get treated differently. A brother was saying this, a darker minority, we'll call it minority, was saying that he feels like he gets treated differently, like he gets looked at differently, and all these things from not minorities. So you're experiencing the reverse of that down in Arkansas. So do you feel uncomfortable when you see a minority, or do they make you feel uncomfortable?
Honestly, with the way things have been, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't left the house in like 2 weeks.
Is it because of fear? Like you're scared something might happen to you?
I mean, yeah, with the protests and everything going on. And I mean, it didn't get really bad here, but we did have some, vandalism and destruction of property, stuff like that, right here in Little Rock, downtown Little Rock. And it's almost like I don't want to know, Cash. Like, I don't want to know if someone's going to look at me. I don't want to know if I'm going to get a reaction because of my skin color, because on our news stations around here, I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but our news stations have been really good about covering the protests and covering like our COVID stuff and things like that. And anytime there was a protest going on, of course, it was a hot topic. A lot of people would tune in, and it would be a live broadcast of it.
Right.
And so, like in the comments, we'd be like, well, all lives matter and this and that. And then that would start, well, you're racist and you're this and you're that. Well, I one time I had enough of it, and I broke it down, and I'm like, look, because we say all lives matter, it doesn't mean that we don't understand that minority lives maybe need a little more help right now. But don't dock us for saying all lives matter, because we're just being inclusive as everyone is an American here.
Exactly right. And I understand that. And I appreciate you for giving your narrative. I really do. That's dope. I appreciate you for even talking with us right now. Because you've been you've been great, by the way. We're gonna talk after this. Pat, I want to know your perspective on racism. How is it over where you're at? How has it changed? Do you feel any type of way when you go outside? Is there any minorities out there? Let me know what's going on.
So I live in Idaho, outside of Boise, and I grew up. I grew up here since I was about 8 or 9 years old. Okay. Did not go to school. Well, there's a lot of Hispanics.
You cut up there. You cut up there, Pat.
Cut now. Am I back now?
Now you're back. I didn't hear anything you said. I lost you when you were about to say Hispanic, I think.
Yeah, so there's a lot of Hispanic population out here, and very, very little African American population out here when I was a kid. I went to high school with there's one African American kid in my school, and that was it. That was my only real experience, growing up. So no, I never dealt with racism issues, and interestingly enough, we kind of self-segregate automatically anyways. Oddly enough, a lot of the Hispanic population lives in a town, in one town, and the white populations live in the other towns, and it's interesting. But now as I'm not a little kid anymore. I've been here a while. The population's changed, the demographics changed. Boise is one of the fastest growing cities in the entire country now, and so we're seeing a lot more diversity here than what we grew up with. And there are some growing pains to it. Like, there really are. People are not all people are as understanding. And I think, it's like there was a very peaceful protest, or I don't want to call it a protest because that's not what it was. It was a memorial for George Floyd here, as well as all other victims of police brutality. And it was quite an event. And I even went down there myself. I wanted to see it for myself. But you know what? There was a bunch of people there that were, driving their big trucks, waving their American flags and blue line flags, and I think even a Confederate flag. And they were peaceful. They weren't chanting or yelling anything, but they were circling around the block where the memorial was being held. And it was just kind of an interesting dynamic. I just remember it sitting out to me, and there's a lot of guys standing in the back of the truck, and most of these are younger country boys, and
you cut out again, Pat. You're cutting up, Pat. It was getting good too. You had me sitting on the edge of my seat.
But you know what? Am I back now?
You're back now.
All right. So you know what? But it was still peaceful. There was no violence. Nothing got tore up. Nothing got destroyed. The police were out in force, and they were respectful. There was people out carrying rifles and guns, and I mean, there was a lot of different kinds of people in that moment. But yeah, there definitely are growing pains. We see that, and I've been here a long time. I know lots of people that have very different points of view.
Yeah.
And most of that comes from they don't have any experience with other people. They don't have a cash in their life.
Why are y'all be making me?
And they don't have
we all are the same. Okay. I appreciate you guys. You somehow never had a cash in your life, and freaking getting told that I'm the only news that somebody hears, like, that's big to me. That's huge, right? I appreciate it, but we're the same. I hope you guys can see that talking to me. We're all.
I absolutely see that.
I'm not nobody special.
Like I told you the other day, man, I'm pretty sure we were created in the same batch of souls. That's why we get along so well.
Yes, I think I think everybody a part of this movement. To be real, bro, I think we all come from the same batch or whatever it was that created us, because the rest of the world seems to have gone crazy. You know?
Yeah.
There's at least 137,000 followers on my Facebook, right? That just joined in this last 6 days. And I believe that them 136 to 37,000 people have been from that same mold, because those are 136,000 people that want change, that agree, that don't want the BS. We all want the unity. We all want the love. We all want to understand one another. And that's what it needs to be on all sides, from everybody, regardless if there's racism in your city, regardless if there's political views that differ from your own in your city, regardless of anything. You know what I'm saying? We all got to learn to get along. We got to come together. And even though these tough issues that we face with, like you're having reverse racism where you live, and you're all the way down in Arkansas, and you're scared to even go to work because you don't know what's going to happen, and it's being led to believe that it's okay to be that way because you're not a minority. So whatever, you can feel like that, and nobody cares. I care. I want you to know that. I give a fuck. I care that you're going through shit down where you at. You know what I'm saying? Pat, I care, bro. You feel me? I care that your city got people running around out there, man, that's acting a fool when everybody's trying to peacefully protest. And this is coming from somebody that you would call a brother. You know what I'm saying? A black guy. And that's what it is. And I'm proud to be who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud as hell to be an Irish, Jewish, black, Native Indian. I'm proud of all of it. I'm an American. I'm the epitome of what an American is. You know? And once everybody can see that color, ethnicity, that shit is the least of what we are. We're a great nation because of all the diversity that we have, all the diversity that we've overcome, all of the things that
I agree with you.
You know, and we're only going to go up from here. So, look, I love you guys. I can't tell you that enough. And I think that we need to make this a thing that we do every day or every other day. And yeah, we need to bridge this gap. And I think that we just grabbed a new tool, StreamYard. Thank you so much, because this is another tool of how we're going to bridge the gap. I need people. I'm going to go through my friends list, and I'm going to add all these people that are sitting in here, and I'm going to bring them into our live streams. This was really dope. This is dope. Definitely. And I want it to be a little more educational, and it's a lot more fun doing a podcast when it's not just you. I was so bored sitting here yesterday trying to think about how I'm going to talk to a computer screen, because I'm used to talking to my phone. I feel like everybody's right there with me. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody's right there with me when I'm on my phone. I'm comfortable, but sitting in front of a computer and knowing that, you know, I'm reading comments, and it's a lot. It's easier to have people on here with me. So thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate it. Do you have any other final thoughts that you would like to add in, Kayla, before we cut this? Because we've actually stayed on longer than I thought we were going to.
Yeah, it's been 45 minutes.
Go ahead. Say something that you want everybody to hear right now about everything. Tell them how you feel. Do you love them? Do you hate them? What do you want to stop? What do you want to increase? Say it.
Well, I just want to say that I love y'all. I feel like that it's become a family, man. It's not just a movement. It's not just a Facebook group. It's not just a live. It's not just a comment section. It's a family.
That's right.
And I think that that's what a lot of us are looking for in times like this, is to just expand our family, because we know family is going to be there, you know.
That's right.
And I just know that I just enjoy watching you. It gives me a break from my own mind. It gives me a break from what I think is going on in the world, you know. You're important. And Patrick, you're important. And everybody watching, you're important.
That's right.
If anyone's been having, you know, anxiety issues or mental disorder, illness issues, or they've had anything come up, don't be scared to talk about those things too. You know.
That's right. You're right.
There's a lot of breaking the barriers that we have to do. And I think that involves so many other things than just what's going on right now. But we'll get there. You know, we'll get there. But just know that y'all are not forgotten. All right.
You
If
gave
you're
a
sad,
you're
you're
dope,
depressed,
Kayla.
you're anxious, whatever you're going through, you're not forgotten.
Beautiful soul. You have a very beautiful soul, and it's shown through every word that you just put out there right now, and that smile. So I really hope that you have a great night, and I really do appreciate you coming on, and I appreciate all your support. And we're gonna do it
Thank you
again,
for
okay?
having me.
That ain't
Thank
no
you.
Good
problem.
to see you,
It
Kayla.
was our honor.
Bye,
Okay.
Patrick.
Bye,
Yeah,
all right. We'll
thank
see you later, Kayla. All right, Pat. Let's hear your word, brother. What do you got to say to America?
Well, I breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe, please.
Breathe.
Please, just breathe. Look, I don't care what color you are. I don't care what side of the line you say you're from or you align with. I don't care where you live. I don't care what food you eat. I don't care what choices you make in your life, how you want to live your life. I don't care who's in your bed at night. I don't care about none of that. But what I do care about is all this hate. I mean, it's really unfortunate, and it's got to stop. We got to come together. We are all the same. Like, look, before we came into this world, we were all souls, and when we leave this world, we'll leave these bodies behind, and we'll be going back to being souls. And on a soul level, we are absolutely all the same.
Brother, you speaking that. Go, keep going. I want to listen to you. Come on, keep going.
So the only thing I got to say to everybody is just breathe and see each other for what we really are. We're all family. We're all in this together. That person on that makes a post that you disagree with, and then you make another post because you disagree with them. All that back and forth. I mean, the words we use matter. Let's spread a positive message. Let's bridge the gap. Let's break barriers. Let's
Bro, I'm getting chills. I'm telling you the truth, bro. Look it. I like that. We're gonna put that across the screen as we close this out.
Yeah,
look at what Amanda
love,
Marie.
Absolutely.
Spread the love, baby.
Love each other. First and foremost. Compassion will get us a lot further. However divided we think and feel we are right now, the one true fact is that we can come back together.
Yes, sir. We're coming back together.
Exactly. We're making
we are on our way.
Everybody watching this, I want to thank you for being a part of this. I want to tell you that it is my absolute honor. Cash, thank you. Like, seriously, brother. Like, this is an amazing opportunity to be a part of something that I feel is really going to matter. Everybody watching, everybody that's not watching, everybody that ever sees this video, I love every single one of you. I want the best for your life. We all want the same thing, and I want to make that happen. However I can help you guys, you let me know. Anybody struggling with anything, my Facebook's not private. Message me. I will do my best to help everybody that I can.
Just so you guys know, this is my partner and literally we just met a week ago. Do you hear me? And this is my partner. That's how much I've connected with this brother on a soul level, man, talking about change. And he has the same exact vision that I have for change. And I thank you for that, bro. We need more people like you. I know you say we need more people like me. No, we need more people like you. We need more people like us that break that barrier. Do you see the looking right now on the screen, y'all? You see this face and you see this face, right? Two different faces. We come from two different backgrounds. This brother is from a whole different society than I am. But yet our views are so aligned and our wants are so aligned with one another that we say, you know what? We best friends now.
Did we just become best friends?
We did. We just became best friends. Hey, Patrick, as always, brother, it's an honor talking to you, man.
Hey, even my mom loves you, man. So, like, what are we going to do?
I love your mom. Straight up. Brother, you my bro.
I know
you my bro,
do.
Man.
I know
you hear me? You are my bro. I'm looking forward to meeting you face to face.
Mutual, my friend.
We're going to keep doing this. This is going to be a thing. This actually was way better than yesterday. By myself sucks, bro. So we got to keep this up. We have to break down the barriers.
I agree.
Okay?
I agree.
I love you, brother. You have a good night, dude.
I will. You know what? What are you acting like you're not going to call me in 10 minutes? Come on, really?
I am, but I got to do it. It's news, fool. We on the news, okay? This is a new news network. Have you not been reading the comments? This is new news right here, bro. This is going to be a thing.
Right, brother. Do your thing, man. Sign out of the news channel. I love you. I'll talk to you all soon. God bless.
Oh, my God. That could not have gone any better. And Amanda Marie, I am leaving this up here. Also, I want to say happy birthday to Ian. I didn't do it in the beginning. I'm gonna do it at the end. Happy birthday to Ian. You messaged me and told me it was your birthday. I hope that it was special, and I hope that this show made it a little more special. Okay, so for the first time doing this show, right? This was a first. This was a first. And I think that this went well. And I really would love for all of you guys to be a part of this. I really do. I want everybody different. I don't care what color you are, you black, white, red, yellow. We need people to be involved. Because the only way that things are going to get better, the only way that we're going to unite and we're going to bridge gaps is first off through open communication and open dialogue that's healthy and a safe place to feel how you want to feel. And then if you're feeling how you want to feel and you don't know how you're feeling, maybe we can help you understand. And then we can get past that. And then we can move forward towards a resolution to how things need to be. And that's what we have to do. So yeah, just got StreamYard, and this is going to be a thing. And we're going to do question and answer all in the comments, because I didn't know until I clicked on it that I put this over here and it comes here. And then I'm interacting with you guys like you're right here on the screen with me. Okay. We're going to make this a thing, and things are going to get better. You hear me? Things are going to get better. We're going to get there. And it's going to take all of us. I'm no more special than you. You're no more special than me. We're all in this together. And my voice is being used to speak your voice. That's what I'm trying to do, because everybody here got the same goal. I love you guys. All right. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you. I appreciate you tuning in. Okay. Crystal Ann, breaking the barriers. I'm going to leave that right there, and I'm going to get up off here. Okay. That is dope. Crystal Ann, thank you for that. All right. You guys hit me up. I love you. We're going to talk more. This is not the last time. All right. New news, breaking the barriers of black and white. I love you guys. I'm signing up out of here. I hope everybody has a blessed night. All right. Stay praying for our country and pray for each other.